Hey guys, how you doing? Marvin Gill from StockMarketPlan.com here. It is 12:19 p.m. on a Tuesday trading session, and it just came out that on the wire here, SEC charges former Goldman and P&G board member, that's Goldman and Procter & Gamble board member, Rajat Gupta, in an insider trading scheme. And why am I doing this video? Well, I'm doing this video because for those of you that have known me for a while, you know that I'm all about taking lessons and lessons from the market that are giving to me all the time, whether they're bad lessons, good lessons, and making myself aware of what is going on. Today you're going to have a lot of sources out there in the news saying that, you know, this is going to shatter investor confidence again. And I get that. That's understandable. That will happen. I mean, when you have Bernie Madoffs of the world and stuff like this, I'm not comparing this guy to Bernie Madoff. I mean, this news has only been out for, I don't know, 38, 40 minutes. I'm not going to get technical on that. But, you know, there's a lesson to be lived here. And, you know, back in the day, you know, it was, who was it? Martha Stewart, who was charged with insider trading. And I just want to get on the tube right now and just tell you guys what insider trading is, okay? Basically, the definition of insider trading, not all insider trading is illegal. There are actually two forms of insider trading, the term insider trading. It is defined two different ways. There is a legal insider trading that most people don't know about. And the legal side is defined as when corporate officers of a publicly held company, people who are directly involved with the daily operations of that public company, when they buy or sell securities from that company, the shares from that company. So the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, they are interested to know when an officer, okay, a corporate officer of a corporation sells or buys securities, okay? They want to know. And yes, officers have to disclose to the SEC when they buy and sell either stock options or shares, whatever it might be. So anytime they exchange a proportionate interest of that company, whether it's selling or buying, they have to disclose that to the SEC. Now, that definition is called insider trading, because it's corporate insiders trading their own securities that they work for, basically. And that is not illegal. That's not the illegal version of it. Now, what you have here today with this guy, this ex-board member from Goldman Sachs and Procter & Gamble, this is the illegal version now. The illegal version is basically when there is basic non-public information, meaning it hasn't hit the wires yet. The public doesn't know about it. The average investor, like you and I, we don't know the information yet. So someone, okay, tips somebody else, okay, on either that the profits are not going to be as good or that they're going to be great. It could happen in either way. It could be that they want to get into the information. Again, this is all a market of the market's all about information and how quickly, how timely, and how accurate your information is could make a substantial difference in your investment results. However, the SEC has a problem because ultimately the SEC is they're the watchdog. Okay, they're looking out for the end investor. We have these markets out there, these public markets, and us as investors, they want an even playing field. The SEC wants to create an even playing field, okay? They have a problem when somebody gets information before the general public does. And I don't know if that was the case here. Again, too early to tell. I don't know enough details. I'm sure you get enough of them tonight. But it doesn't matter. Anybody can be accused of the illegal version of insider trading. Anyone. I don't care what you do. A school teacher, corporate officer of that company. It does not matter. If you act on basic material information, okay, on that company prior to the public, the overall public, knowing about it, and it'll probably be through an SEC filing. All your corporate earnings reports, profit reports, all these things are disclosed to the SEC. That is public domain. Okay, now we can say, okay, that's how the company's doing, bad or good. and you make investment decisions based off of that. That's what corporate earnings are, as you know, the earnings announcements. So, you know, that is the illegal version, okay? If you get non-public information, hasn't hit the wires yet, SEC doesn't know about it yet, and you act on it, that's a problem, okay? You're more than likely going to be charged with insider trading. What is shocking to me is that, well, not shocking really, because I mean it really doesn't matter the stature of a person. Okay, here's a real lesson here: how smart you are. I mean, I'm sure this guy's pretty smart. I mean, you don't get to be a board member of a Goldman Sachs or a P&G by not having some kind of intellectual sense. But anyhow, it doesn't shock me. I mean, greed. I always talk about greed and fear, and is what moves markets. And again, I don't know if that's the case with this guy. This just came out, but in previous cases, you know, we have guys like this that, I mean, they think they got one up on everybody else. And the thing that is amazing to me is that the SEC can go back. Okay, any transaction, any legal transaction, okay, that is transacted in the markets, okay, there's a tape, there's a written tape that shows you what the blocks are, you know, who traded it, when they traded it, how much of it. And I mean, these guys, they're not pulling 200, 300 shares, 500 shares of a stock, okay? These guys are trading hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay? So if you go out there ahead of an announcement and you trade 300, 400 shares of 400,000, whatever many shares of a stock, saving yourself, I don't know, 200, 300, I don't know what the figures are here, but I mean, what I have seen before is, you know, these guys go out there and they think they're not going to get caught. It's just amazing to me. I mean, you're going to get caught, especially if you're trading that much amount of an issue. I mean, they're going to look into that. That's why they ask you to disclose it. Anyways, I could be missing something. I'm just a logical fella that sometimes it's just pure logic. Just doesn't make any sense to me that somebody that smart, okay, is smart enough to run a Goldman Sachs, can do something like this. But we'll have to wait and see the details and how this turns out. Again, any little thing, guys, that I see out there that, you know, you can benefit from, I'll let you guys know about it. Hey, don't forget to visit me on my website, stockmarketplan.com. I'm also on Facebook and on Twitter under Stock Market Plan. All right, guys, take it easy. No insider trading, all right? You'll get caught.